During the highly anticipated opening game of the series between the Dodgers and Phillies, the atmosphere inside the stadium reached a boiling point after a controversial clash involving Shohei Ohtani and Phillies star Bryce Harper. What initially appeared to be a routine play quickly turned into one of the biggest talking points of the night, sparking a heated confrontation between both teams. The incident unfolded midway through the game when Ohtani once again demonstrated why he is one of baseball's most dangerous offensive players. He drove a hard-hit ball for the gap between the infield and outfield, immediately forcing the Phillies defense into a difficult situation. As soon as the ball came off his bat, Ohtani exploded out of the batter's box, using his elite speed to put maximum pressure on the defense while racing toward first base. However, just before he safely reached the bag, the situation suddenly took a dramatic turn. Slow-motion replays shown on American broadcasts appeared to show Bryce Harper stepping directly into Ohtani's running lane before initiating contact. The collision knocked the Japanese superstar off balance, sending him crashing hard on the field in front of a stunned crowd of thousands. The television commentators immediately questioned whether the contact had gone beyond a normal defensive play. Several former Major League players also shared the opinion that Harper may have allowed frustration to influence his actions after the Dodgers repeatedly threatened the Phillies with quality offensive production throughout the game. At that stage, Ohtani had clearly been the most impactful player on the field, producing solid contact at the plate while constantly creating pressure with his speed on the bases. That aggressive style of play had kept Philadelphia under pressure from the opening innings. The moment Ohtani hit the ground, the Dodgers dugout erupted. Mookie Betts and Kyle Tucker immediately rushed onto the field to stand beside their teammate, while Dodgers manager Dave Roberts charged out of the dugout, visibly furious, repeatedly demanding that the umpires review the collision. Following several tense minutes of discussion, the umpiring crew ruled that Harper's actions involved intentional and dangerous contact and officially ejected him from the game. The decision immediately divided the stadium. Phillies players strongly protested the ruling, while fans reacted with mixed opinions depending on which team they supported. Reports afterward indicated that MLB supported the umpire's decision, emphasizing that players' safety remained the league's highest priority. The seriousness of the incident became even more apparent because Ohtani stayed on the ground for an extended period after the collision. The Dodgers medical staff rushed onto the field and immediately began examining his shoulder and hip. For several anxious minutes, the stadium felt almost completely silent as Dodgers fans feared their biggest superstar might have suffered a significant injury. Fortunately for Los Angeles, after receiving treatment from the trainers, Ohtani managed to stand up under his own power and remained in the game. Following the matchup, Ohtani addressed reporters during his post-game press conference. The Dodgers' two-way superstar openly expressed both his frustration and disappointment over the dangerous play while stressing the importance of fairness, respect, and sportsmanship in Major League Baseball. He stated, "We play this game with fairness, sportsmanship, and respect for the fans. I can't accept being targeted in that way. There is no place in baseball for dirty plays or intentional attempts to injure another player." Ohtani continued, "I'm not concerned about rough tactics or negative intentions from opponents. My job is to continue playing my best baseball and let my performance speak for itself." Soon after the press conference ended, Ohtani's comments quickly spread across social media, drawing overwhelming support from baseball fans around the world. Many praised the calm, professional manner in which he handled the situation, especially after experiencing such a dangerous collision on the field. Across X, Reddit, and numerous baseball discussion forums, fans overwhelmingly praised Ohtani's reaction, describing it as a response of a true superstar. Many pointed out that he managed to remain calm throughout the controversy, while continuing to show respect for both the game and his opponents. The praise wasn't limited to fans alone. A number of baseball analysts and former Major League players also applauded the way Ohtani handled the situation. In their view, rather than letting emotions escalate the incident, he responded with maturity, protecting himself while reinforcing the values of sportsmanship and fair competition. Following the game, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts publicly defended his superstar. Roberts stressed that respect must always be maintained on the baseball field and made it clear that the organization would never tolerate actions that unnecessarily endangered its players. He stated, "Shohei plays this game with tremendous respect every single day, so we're never going to accept anything that puts him at unnecessary risk. The Dodgers are a family, and protecting one another is one of the principles we've built this team around throughout the season." Meanwhile, sports media across the United States quickly labeled the incident as one of the most talked about moments of this Dodgers-Phillies series. Television analysis shows repeatedly replayed the collision between Harper and Ohtani, while debating whether it resulted from frustration in the heat of competition or whether it was an intentional act. Several former MLB stars suggested that facing Ohtani had become increasingly frustrating for opposing teams. The reason is simple. Ohtani isn't just one of baseball's most dangerous hitters. He has also become a defining face of the modern game. Every time he steps into batter's box or reaches base, opposing defenses immediately feel the pressure, knowing he can completely change a game in an instant. Inside the Dodgers clubhouse, The incident only strengthened the team's chemistry. Multiple players stated afterward that the collision made them even more determined to stand behind and protect one of their most valuable teammates throughout the long major league season. Beyond the controversy, Ohtani's performance this year has been equally remarkable. After spending the previous 3 seasons unable to perform consistently as a true two-way player because of injuries, he has returned to doing both jobs at an elite level for the Dodgers. Not only has he remained the centerpiece of Los Angeles' offense, but he has also amazed the baseball world with his dominance on the mound. So far this season, Ohtani has made 9 pitching appearances while posting an outstanding 0.73 ERA. Although he has not yet thrown enough innings to officially qualify for the National League leaderboard, his performance has already made this year's Cy Young Award race far more intriguing. An increasing number of fans and analysts now believe Ohtani has a realistic chance to become the first Japanese-born player in MLB history to win the Cy Young Award. Among those sharing that opinion is Hall of Famer John Smoltz, one of baseball's most respected voices. The former MLB legend, who finished his career with 213 victories and 154 saves, recently explained that many people throughout the baseball world still don't fully appreciate just how extraordinary Ohtani's achievements truly are. Smoltz explained that excelling as both a dominant hitter and a frontline starting pitcher at the major league level is something almost impossible to imagine in today's game. According to Hall of Famer, what Ohtani is accomplishing borders on the unbelievable, calling him a once-in-a-generation talent unlike anything baseball has witnessed in the modern era. Comments like these carry enormous credibility because they come from someone who understands exactly what it takes to survive as an MLB pitcher. Throughout his own Hall of Fame career, Smoltz experienced firsthand the physical and mental demands placed on elite pitchers over a long season. Another topic frequently discussed is Ohtani's total innings pitched. Many believe that the Dodgers' 6-man rotation, combined with carefully managed pitch counts, could prevent him from throwing enough innings to become a legitimate Cy Young contender. Smoltz, however, sees the situation differently. He pointed to Blake Snell as an example, noting that Snell captured 2 Cy Young awards despite throwing roughly 180 innings in each of those seasons. According to Smoltz, the way pitchers are evaluated has evolved dramatically compared to previous generations. Today's game places greater importance on dominance, efficiency, and effectiveness during each outing rather than simply rewarding pitchers for accumulating the highest number of innings. With an ERA below 1.00 in the way he has consistently overwhelmed opposing hitters, Smoltz believes Ohtani has every opportunity to become a serious Cy Young candidate if he continues performing at this level. He even suggested that Ohtani appears determined to complete his baseball legacy by winning the one major individual award that has not yet been added to his remarkable collection. What impresses analysts the most isn't simply Ohtani's statistics. It's the fact that he maintains elite production in 2 completely different roles at the same time. While most ace pitchers spend the days between starts recovering and preparing for their next appearance, Ohtani continues taking the field every single day as the Dodgers' leadoff hitter, consistently providing one of the team's biggest offensive threats. Because of that, every time Ohtani steps onto the mound, it no longer feels like just another regular season game. Instead, each outing has become another opportunity to witness baseball history being rewritten by the greatest two-way player the sport has ever seen. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload, and share this video with the biggest MLB fan you know.